blessing, let God's grace, let his mercy, let all his favor wrap and protect you in this day. Love your God, praise your God, worship your God, for he is the God of all of eternity, all of existence, all of creation, all glory given to the Most High Yah. Now, family, I already did this video, family. I already did this video a minute ago, and well, I did it yesterday. But then the only thing where I messed up, let me take this mask off my face. So I'm gonna go. We're gonna go over terms this morning time, family. And the only reason why we going through terms is the simple fact that I don't like all the laws that are being put forth in history, family. I just don't like it, family. I don't like it, them people lying to y'all. I don't like them sitting there telling y'all, because the average common person, they're gonna believe what the majority is saying, and the majority is sitting up over there lying to y'all. You know what I'm saying? They've been lying to us for years, family. So we're gonna go over these terms. And when you got sorry people like Elon Musk sitting over there talking about, at one time we have all been enslaved. No, you're talking about the same systems or the same structures that's in this world to this day. They sitting over here talking about modern day slavery and everybody's been a slave before. No, you're talking about the systems that was in place in this world that had nothing to do with the slavery, the inhumanity that you did to my people. So I don't like that. So let me throw off a couple words real quick. Serfdom, feudalism, capitalism, all these things right here has always been in this world, and you cannot sit up here and tell people who actually have a brain that is slavery. That can be in the same comparisons to the humane crimes, the crimes against humanity that was done to so-called African Americans in this country. Can't say it. So what does this say, family? At AT, Anti-Slavery International, we define modern day slavery as when an individual is exploited by another for personal or commercial gains, whether tricked or coerced. This is what they saying modern day slavery is. A person that got a job, family, that's working. They're not enslaved. They never seen redlining. They never seen convict leasing. They never seen vagrancy laws. They never seen sharecropping. They never seen anything like that. They're free. They can go about what they please. They can go do whatever the hell they want to do. That is not the same comparisons to what my people went through in this country. A person that got a job that's free, and you're saying this is modern day slavery. Don't you black people want to sit there and wipe out all that? No, we don't, because that's the same principles. That's the same structures that y'all been living off of for thousands of years now. You know what I'm saying? For thousands of years. Now it's 2024, and you want to sit up here and call it modern day slavery? But these systems, either it be serfdom, or it be feudalism, or it be what did the Irish people, what did they came over as indentured servants? Indentured servitude is what they faced, and you want to compare that to slavery? Family. Your great grandfather, he was born a baby. He died, he was born a slave, he died a slave. Feudalism and serfdom and all these different structures are not the same thing, family. So I hate it when they sit up here and lie, family. They sit up here and lie about history. They sit up here and lie about facts. They sit up here and lie about all the things that we're facing nowadays. They just gonna switch the name over it, call it something else, and think they're in the same comparisons on the same playing field that we are. We are not, family. Okay, what is this? What is this? Serfdom is an institution in which agricultural workers are legally bound to the land they work upon. These workers were often known as peasants. Feudalism is a type of social and political system in which landlords provide land to tenants in exchange for loyalty. Family, that's not modern. They would sit up there and know damn well that this system of serfdom is something that they've been carrying on for thousands of years for their kingdom, for their village, for their country. But they would like to enact to you and say to you, oh, this is modern day slavery. It is not, family. It is not, family. These structures have always been around, and these are how people run their kingdoms. Okay, what is system? What is the difference between feudalism and slavery? Okay, it went out on me. Slavery had masters, few, and enslaved people, many, while feudalism divided the groups into lords, few, and the serfs, many. Employers are capitalizing similar groups. They control, direct, and oversee the economy systems. The employers use production and distribution to grow their wealth. Now, I had to stop for a second because that's the same system over here in America. You know what I'm saying? Feudalism is no different than capitalism. They the same systems that has already been in the earth that these countries run they people by. You cannot, no way, shape, form, or fashion compare this system to slavery. You cannot, family. It is not the same thing. Now, where we come from, family, this is the slavery that we know. That's why I say our slavery is different from the Eurocentric mind state of a European, family. Look at how we looked at slavery. This was Shaka Zulu in 1848, family. Okay, the Zulu tribe soon developed a warrior outlook, which Shaka used to his advantage. Shaka homogenized was primarily based on military might, smashing rivals and incorporating scattered remnants into his own army. So homogeny, that means you're just you're the leader. It means you're the captain, you're the president, you're the ruler of the people. That's all that means. But this is the system of slavery that we know, family. It is, you know what I'm saying? Shaka Zulu went around Africa in 1848, going through all them African tribes and capturing all them people. He captured the people. The ones that made it, they fought in his army. He integrated those people into his society. Not when they were 99 years old, not when they were a baby, when they were soon captured. It wasn't 400 years worth of slavery. So I just want you to think. These people try to use word games. They try to use mental gymnastics. They try to use different words to try to take away the severity of whatever the situation is, to try to lighten it up. It's like whitewashing history all over again. So I want my people to think. Just because they could say those words don't mean they the truth, family. They talk about modern day slavery. That is not slavery that you know of. Our slavery in our country was people being captured and then integrated back into that same society in which they was captured. That never happened. That never happened here in America. It never really happened like that, family, because we as black people are still fighting for our civil liberties and to be liberated. So I just wanted my brothers and sisters to think before I go ahead and play this video, and I'll leave it alone, but I just want you to listen, family.
Blessings, all glory be given to the great God of the heavens and the earth. For he is worthy that the life that you live. He is worthy for the health that you have. He is worthy for all the many opportunities that he has presented through his great favor and through his great grace. All glory given to the Most High Yah, for he is the only one who is worthy. Now, family, today on the show for today, we're going to be going over some terms, and I just want to enlighten my brothers and sisters to the game that they would like to play over you. Now, on the speech that Putin he gave a couple of days ago, it could have been last week, over the Russian icons that was released with the pictures of our Lord, our Master, and our Savior. But through his speech, family, he enlightened me. So big up shots to Vladimir Putin, Mr. Putin, you know what I'm saying? Because he really illuminated my eyes on the game that they playing on my people here in the country. Now, in those days, family, you got to bear with me too, because I would like to put a lot of this in the background. But bear with me. Okay, now, from my understanding of what serfdom, excuse my tongue twister, serfdom, what is the definition? Off the top of my head, I could tell you that the people in whatever land that it was, that the king, that he possessed the people, as long as the people in the village, as long as they paid homage by paying their taxes, they was protected by the king's army. serfdom is not the same as slavery. It is not, family. It is not. It's not the same thing like that. I could compare it to an indentured servant because that's what they did in those times, family. So when you look at Vladimir Putin, his people never had slaves. Don't get me wrong. They had they dealing in Africa with all them other white people. You know what I'm saying? It was some people that came out of Germany that did some horrible things to our brothers, our cousins in Africa. But as far as in the blood being on Putin's hands, I don't think it is like that. And I just researched them, family. I just researched the Russian people back in the early turn of the century to the 1950s. I did a lot of research on them to gather information, and they never had what we had in this country, family. Slavery, oppression, taking the black man and the black woman as children and raising them up in slavery until the day that they died. They never had nothing like that in Russia at all. Now, in our country of Africa, you have people like Shaka Zulu and our slavery, family. So I can't call serfdom slavery. I can't call it. They worked, they was free, they could leave. They wasn't beat, they wasn't shackled, they wasn't forced to make babies to go into slavery. They wasn't raped, they wasn't persecuted, they wasn't dehumanized, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't taken advantage of in any type of way. That was the law of the land back in those days, family. So I can't look at the white people like they were enslaved. You cannot compare what we've been through, so-called African Americans, to people in that country like that. You cannot. Now, Shaka Zulu. Now, this is the slavery that we know, that we are accustomed of. Shaka Zulu in the 1800s, like 1848, family. He went through Africa and he conquered, family, just like Genghis Khan. He conquered all of those tribes. But in the process of him taking war to those tribes, he integrated all those people back into his army. So they had a chance to be no different than he was. That's the slavery that we know of, that we understand as black people. That's completely different from the mindset of a European, Eurocentric mindset, family. It wasn't the same. The white people like to sit up there and talk all that smack, talk about everybody been slave. But what they did to so-called black people, you could look through all history and nothing has ever been done like that before in history, family, at all. Okay, feudalism. Feudalism is one of those same processes, family, where the people, they're not slaves, but they're more like an indentured servant having to pay taxes to the king. But at the same time, they had a certain amount of time to in the feudalism system before they could buy land. They could do anything just like the regular people do. So to get to the drift of this message here, from what Vladimir Putin said about serfdom in his country, those are all the processes that they look at nowadays that they call modern day slavery. I kid you not, family. The same systems that was in this earth before your people came over to this country, those countries had, Asian people had some type of feudalist system, family. They had some system like that set up for their people. There was no slavery like that, family, at all, until white people invented what they did to us. Is completely different. That's why they labeled it a crime against humanity, because nothing like that has ever been done in human history. And bondage and persecution, all the genocide, the experimentation, all the things, convict leasing, all that stuff, family, vagrancy laws, all of that stuff was involved in what they did to chattel slavery, the Jim Crow era. All those things was involved in making it a crime against humanity. Now those people, the white people here, they sit up and they say, oh, well, don't y'all want to stop slavery in other countries? No, those same systems, they just went to another name. The same serfdom in they countries is called modern slavery. Modern slavery now. all of the sweatshops, family. So when they say to you that there's slavery in India, no, they just telling you about a serfdom system that they changed the name on. Now they call it modern day slavery. Ain't no slavery like that going over in them countries like that, family. I'm sorry, those are those people in their own country, and that's the things that they've been doing for thousands of years, way before it was America. But they want to try to play my people and get y'all I want y'all to fight for y'all reparations, family. I really want y'all to. Anything that these people have to say, we're going to shoot it all the way down because it's a lie. And we have the truth to stand on. Them people are going to try to change those names. Oh, we got modern day slavery in Asia. No, you're talking about Asians working in the sweatshop in the country that they own. That's what you're talking about. Oh, wait, don't you want to stop modern day slavery in India? Them people get paid a little bit of money for a job that they have to do, and you would compare that to slavery? No, they can walk away anytime they want. Well, Jehoshaphat, what about the people in the sex trafficking rings? Family, that's their country. America doesn't have the right to go to war with everybody country telling them people how to live. When we talk about slavery, we talk about things that was done in this country, a crime against humanity. Them people have their feudalism systems, they got their capitalisms, they got their serfdoms, they got their what is it called? I'm thinking in my head by trade, but that's not it. The white folks that came over here, like the Irish, they was indentured servants. That is not slavery, family. That's the same thing as with the serfdom people. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing as the feudalism system that's been going around on the face of this earth for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. So don't let them people try to play y'all. Don't let them people try to compare with your lineage, your great-grandmothers and your great-grandfathers had to endure to the day that they died. For there was no other system ever in the courses of humanity that ever compared to what white people, America, did to black people. Don't let them trick you. Don't let them deceive you. Don't let them lie to you. You got to fight for what's yours, family. And that is a debt that is old, family. That's a debt that's old, family. I just want you to think, family. I want you to think about it. Peace and blessings be to all my brothers and sisters out there in the world.